Hello, it's Tom from TS Health and Fitness. So this is now after this morning, but I'm going to do this as like a kind of disclaimer before at the start of the video. So this is just my way of living. This is just like a glimpse into my life. This is just one day. It's a speck. It's a tiny little part. I'm not saying this is the way you should live. I'm not saying that this is the right way to live. I'm just saying this is how I do it, and it's just to kind of give you an insight into a personal trainer and a bodybuilder, I suppose, lifestyle. This isn't for fat loss, this isn't for weight loss. What I'm currently doing is I'm trying to get bigger. So again, you can kind of see my face is starting to fill out now. This morning I'm back up to 88.1. I was 88.9 when we done the recomp at the start of lockdown. So start of lockdown I came down to, I think it was 82, and I'm going to push back up to 92 now. Again, this is probably going to be a really boring day, but a few folk have asked for this. Some clients have asked, and they kind of want to see how I live and what I'm doing. As I've mentioned, I'm trying to get bigger. So, and today's a rest day, so you won't see any training, but you will see me out and about getting steps in. I do a morning walk, and I'll probably do an evening walk. Again, most things, something's already not gone right and not gone to plan. So like my life isn't just straightforward, easy going. It's pretty easy going, but it's not just straightforward, and not everything goes right all the time, even there speaking. So what I've done is I'm set up for the day. I'm going to hopefully start and show you my day. As you'll see in the next part or the next clip, I get up at 5. The reason I get up at 5 is because I want to get stuff done before people even wake up. What I find is my day goes a bit better. I'm not rushed or zooming about to try and get ready for work. I've been ready for about half an hour now. And in that half an hour, I had a little look through a book. I have quite a chilled out morning. And I want to set my day up to be relaxed. I'm quite a stressy person. I've got quite a lot going on. I have a lot going on in my mind. You can probably tell I waffle and shoot off in different directions. My mind's like that a lot. So you see, I try and set things up to help me as much as possible. Call it a home court advantage, home game advantage. I'm trying to make my life as easy as I possibly can. So if you like this sort of thing, if there's any other videos you want me to cover, I don't know if you want to see a day's eating, I don't know if you want to see training, I don't know if you want to see me working with clients. Just now, today I'm supposed to have 2 one-to-ones this morning, but what we've done is we've moved one to tomorrow, another one because they've started back to work, they can't do this morning. I do one-to-ones face-to-face, and I also do online sessions. And Monday and Wednesday, I normally do the Zoom online sessions, and then Tuesday and Thursday, I do one-to-ones. Today's no one-to-ones at all, so we'll be doing check-ins. We will be doing some branding for the business, and we're trying to look at a couple things to like progress my business forward. I don't know if I'll show them. I don't know if you'll care, but if there's anything you want me to do, or anything you want me to talk about in the next video, or even you want me to do another video, let me know. So as I just mentioned, I wake up at about 5 o'clock in the morning. This allows me an hour before Lisa's even awake to have done some work. I don't like being on my phone all day, and a lot of my job is being on my phone, and when I don't have to be, I don't. So 88.1, that's the heaviest I've been in a while. So then after that, I'll have a big swig. Look how tired I look. And then after that, I check this motivational calendar, I suppose it's called, and what it does is it gives you the day, and then it gives you a motivational quote or a positive quote, and I quite like that. I quite like my day to start how I kind of mean for it to go on, and then that leads nicely into this. So I do guided breathing for about 10 to 15 minutes. Again, all this does is it kind of like recenters me. It kind of like stops me from worrying or stressing about everything else going on in my mind. And then I'll spend like 15, 20 minutes journaling. And this can either be ideas that I've had overnight or something new. Again, and then finally, this is my notepad. And what's in here is either ideas or what I want to post that day. Hello. Whoa, I'm not in focus. It's just after 6 and me and Lisa are out for our morning walk. We try and get about 4,000 or 5,000 steps in before the day gets started. So this can help with circadian rhythm. So that just sets you up for pretty much going back to sleep later on in the day. It's a great way to get steps in early. I think it's a good way to clear the head as well. You've already seen me doing a bit of guided breathing. I also like just getting out in the green. I think it kind of de-stresses you a little bit. So I'll try and show you some of the little bits and bobs on the walk. So before you think I'm absolutely bonkers, I'm going to explain this. I recently watched a documentary about grounding, that's what this is called. And it's when you put your bare skin or your feet on the ground and you reconnect with the world. It supposedly reduces inflammation, adds negative ions into your body, which reduces the static that we get from being on our phones and around so much electricity all the time. Again, judge as you please. Hello, so something that me and Lisa try and do is have breakfast together every morning. We also have our evening meal together, and you'll see that later on. Today we're having omelettes. Can you see them? Yeah. So, again, like I said, we've not got any coffee, and normally I'd have a black coffee with this, but we've ran out of coffee beans, and we don't want to risk going to McDonald's and it being closed. So, I'll check in once I've eaten. I will do a full day of eating if people want me to. I'm just going to try and show you how my day happens and what I get up to. So some of you know that I'm bulking. I'm trying to put on a bit of size and a bit of weight. You can maybe even see it in my face. But I'm having the second part of my breakfast now, and I don't know if I can flip this camera. Yeah, so toast with peanut butter and jam. Again, it's just an easy way to get an extra couple calories in. If you're trying to lose fat, I probably wouldn't recommend having these sorts of things just now. But again, my day, this is what I have to do. This isn't specific to you. If you would like me to do something more specific or diet focused sometime, I can do that too. We got coffee bags, so black coffee to have with that as well. After breakfast, what we'd normally do is we normally chill out for like 5-10 minutes, get showered and changed, and then ready to work. So I'll catch you when I'm about to start working again, and I'll kind of just talk you through what I have to do and what I'm currently doing to either grow my business or help clients. I do have it. Wednesday's a check-in day, so I check in with clients Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'll maybe be able to show you someone's check-in. I'll have to check with clients, but you'll see next sort of scene, I suppose. So that's the morning so far. We've kind of gone back and forward in time here. So I'm now set up, ready to work. I've just done about 15-20 minutes, try to put that first part of that video together. I've still got to do the voiceover for it. I'm still drinking this water. As you can see, it's nearly done. I try and have like 2 litres drank normally before about 12 o'clock. Again, it's just, once I've got 2 litres in me, I can kind of just like sip like normal through the rest of the day. I've got a little to-do list, as I've mentioned before. I kind of try and write a to-do list. I'm going to tick through that. I've got 2 clients that I've just checked in there just while I was doing that last bit, so I'm going to sort them out. And again, I'll see if I can record myself and how I respond and check in with clients. Yeah, as I say, pretty boring day. I'm sat here most of the day, and I don't want to do a full time lapse of like a whole day. I will just try and pick the camera up when I'm doing anything that I think's worth discussing or chatting about. It looks like the sun might pop out, and if it does, I'll try and maybe go for another walk and get a bit of vitamin D, I suppose. I may eat again soon. I do have like a porridge, like an oatmeal that'll go in. Again, we'll catch up soon. So I actually forgot to take these this morning. I take some supplements, morning supplements I call them. So in there I've got a multivitamin, I've got vitamin D, and I've got a fish oil. I am supposed to have vitamin C, but I've run out of that. This is mainly just to cover or act like a safety net. I try and get the majority of micronutrients and health from vegetables and some fruit and berries. But I take these in the morning, again, like I say, as a safety net. It's more to just provide that extra bit of health. And again, the extra bit that I'm getting is added on to what I'm already doing. I don't get extra for not doing anything than having them. I hope that makes sense. Oh, I've also just filled my water bottle up again, and you can probably hear the kettle boiling because I'm about to make my oats for you. So as I just said, I'm about to make my oats, or my pro oats as they get called. This is just a meal to kind of fill me up and energize me. What I do is, this is my pre-workout meal, so I try and eat it at the same time, whether it's a rest day or it's not a rest day. As I mentioned, I'm bulking just now, so I'm trying to get bigger. So extra calories from not much volume. I'm not hungry just now. I just know I need to eat. I always have scales about somewhere, so again, it doesn't take a long time to weigh things out. People will say, how can you be bothered? But genuinely, they're there. I don't actually have to do anything. I pour my oats in. I'm having 80 grams. That's too much. And I'm using the MyProtein Impact Whey. There is a better one. I think it's called Isolate. It's more of a purer whey protein. But I find that the Impact tastes a lot better. I've got the solid caramel one here. It's probably my favourite. And I'm going to have 40 grams of that just now. So it's just a little over a scoop. As I mentioned, I like drinking coffee, so I do have a coffee kettle so I can set the temperature. Don't judge me. Again, so the way I do it is I pour both oats and the whey into the bowl, and then I gradually, again, you just pour slow. This has got a small spout to allow me to pour small amounts of water into my coffee. I do what's called a pour over normally. Again, I can show you that another time if people care. What I do is I add enough water to just get everything, I hate this word, moist. And then I mix it all up and I let it like stew, I think you would call it. I let it just sit and like mix together, and it almost cooks while it's doing that. And then I would add my peanut butter and the jam. Again, I just scoop them and throw them on top and then take little bits off. You don't have to eat like that. You can mix it in if you like. But again, today I'll have 25 to 30 grams of strawberry and about the same peanut butter. And that ends up being like 100 grams for like a teaspoon and 60 something grams for that. Calories, sorry. Again, if you want to just come over this. You see, that's the kind of consistency that I like. It will dry out a bit more as it does it, but adding the water, it makes it quick, and it also doesn't add any calories. So as I mentioned, I will do a full day of eating if people care about that. At the minute I'm sitting on about 3,000 calories on rest days, 3,400, 500 on upper days, and then I think I'm 3,600 on leg days. And then I have a meal off plan a week that's to be about 1,000 calories. So I normally have pizza or a burger and chips. So I have one meal like that a week. So that's what the oats look like in the end, with the jam and the peanut butter in. Again, that's a quick way to add a lot of calories for very little volume of food. I will eat this and I will get back to you after. Hello. So as I mentioned, my day's quite, I wouldn't say boring. I love it. I love my job. But that's me done with all my check-ins this morning. So clients that checked in this morning, thank you. Again, I'm just ticking through the to-do list. I'm working on the documents that I send. So I've got a good friend of mine up in Aberdeen who's doing the design side of stuff, and just now I'm going over and adapting the information that's in. So I'm trying to change the things that a lot of people come back to me straight away and ask. So hopefully my product does then become better and easier to understand. The sun's starting to come out. I would normally I would be finished my 2 or 3 one-to-ones, so 9, 10, 11, 12-ish finish, have something to eat, then be doing this. But because today I didn't have any one-to-ones, it's a bit more laid back. I'm probably going to get a bit of sun, go for a little walk. Again, I spoke earlier on about circadian rhythm, and what that is that's just like, I can't remember what the word is now, but we're the opposite to nocturnal. We like to be awake during the day and then go to sleep at night. And getting that sunlight during the day does help you fall asleep at night. So I'm not the best sleeper, so trying to get out in the sun when I possibly can, it does help. I would give you a sneak peek of the blank plan just now, but it's one of the photos that you've probably seen too many times now. Again, it's something that's coming, and if you're a client, I hope you like it as much as I do. If you're someone new, I hope you look forward to seeing it, or I look forward to you seeing it. What I actually think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to read. I try and read a chapter of a book every single day. I used to hate reading, so this is something that I've tried to program and train myself to do, to then like expand in other parts of my life. So when there's things that I don't really want to do or can't be bothered, I find it much easier to just, right, I need to do this today so I get it done. I've not eaten anything else since the oats. I did fill this back up, as you can see. I'm almost finished this one. Yes, if you've ever had a one-to-one with me, you'll know I do go to the toilet a lot. But it's only spells every now and then. Like once your body kind of gets used to it, it just processes it like it would. I'm going to spend what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit of time doing this, and then I'll hopefully check back in with you in about 45 minutes, and I'll discuss what I'm going to do then. Right, take care. I'll speak to you soon. So it's almost like a lunchtime for me now, or it's like a late lunch. It's about 1:45, I believe. I was looking at Lisa to try and get a heads up, but is it 1:45? Yeah, about 1:45. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have 2 tuna crunch wraps with salad on them. So I'm pretty lazy, so I've just got 4-leaf salad from Morrison's, and then I'm just going to chop up this pepper and the cucumber, mix it in there, throw it on to these. These are actually Weight Watcher wraps. Normally I would have the full calorie ones because, like I say, I'm trying to eat as much as possible. What I might have to do is I might have to have, I don't know, I might have some fruit perhaps, or I will have a Rice Krispies square or a bagel. I will let you know as soon as I decide, and I will put it on here. Yes, I didn't even touch on it. I'm going to use this delicious low-fat mayo. So it's 73% less calories than normal mayonnaise. And I think I would recommend for anybody, if you're using sauces, always go for like the reduced salt or sugar, the reduced fat, like low calorie. There are websites that do 0 calorie sauces, and if you can get them when they're stocked, again, it just adds a little bit of flavour to your meals, and that's whether you are bulking, cutting, maintaining, whatever. Just adding that little bit of flavour from a sauce sometimes can totally make a meal. Hello, so I've just watched back and edited everything that I've videoed so far, and I seem boring as anything. I really I'm sorry. Like I said, my day's pretty boring. When I'm working, I'm working. When I'm playing, I'm playing. I try and keep the two pretty separate. I said to you after I ate my tuna wraps, I was going to have something to eat. Just now I'm reading, and I'm reading The Chimp Paradox. It's a present from my brother. Thank you. It's an odd book. It was a slow burner to start. It's about there's different parts of your brain and why you react different ways to things. I quite like it because I've always been a bit of a hothead. But if going with this book, it does make sense, and it's kind of clears some things up for me. But what I'm going to do, I don't know if you maybe seen there as well, I'm going to have a Pop-Tart. I'm just having the one because there's only one left in that packet. Lisa will have scoffed the other one. Again, once I've read this chapter, I'm going to probably either go for a walk with Lisa or I'm going to do another hour's work. But I'm taking a little break, trying to get this stuff done. I'll catch up with you soon. So it's now 4:30. I've just finished replying to a few messages, checking in with some clients, and I finished, I think I've got like 4 or 5 pages left of that chapter, that book to read. We're going to go for our second walk now. Lisa's pretty short on her steps. I think we've got 8,000 to get. I'm supposed to average 8,000 a day. Again, steps are a great way of putting out energy, or again, for me, it's like I'm on low steps to prevent higher energy output so I don't have to eat more food. Eating like 3,000-4,000 calories a day, it gets, I know it sounds ideal, but honestly, it gets to a point where you're just not hungry anymore. I am going to leave my phone at home this time. Again, like I say, I'm on my phone a lot, so any chance that I can kind of get away from it completely, I do that. So this is the second walk. I'm going to leave my phone at home. It'll be kind of similar to the last one. a nature traily sort of walk. Again, yeah, I know I seem so boring. I'll do another day, or like a training day or a day off, and I can show you then what I get up to. Again, if you care. Yeah, so we're going to go for our second walk, and I'll check in once I make my tea. And I think I know what I'm going to have, but I'm excited. Hello, so we got back from our walk about 45 minutes ago, and we walked to Kepty Pond, around Kepty Pond, then up to the Cricket Club, and we got about 7,000 steps? About 7,000 steps. So we came home. I was starting to get pretty hungry now, and I imagine Lisa was starving. Lisa's been doing a 9-week recomp, and we're on week 8, and I'm sure there'll be some spectacular photos to show you by the end of it. So I was on a rest day today. So on rest days, I try and implement higher dietary fat. Again, that's because I can't really use that for training. So I have higher carb days for training days, and that allows me to perform at a higher level. It allows me to recover from exercise faster. So the higher fats is coming from the peanut butter, the Pop-Tart that I had earlier on. I'm having like a spaghetti bolognese sort of thing, but like pasta bolognese and some garlic naan. I wasn't going to buy a whole naan bread, whole garlic bread, for me just to have a bit more calories. So on that plate, I know that's a big portion, that's about 1,000 calories. For some of you, maybe that looks normal. It maybe looks like how much you would normally have. Remember, I'm trying to gain weight. Normally what I would do is I would have slightly smaller meals spread out through the day, but again, I wasn't that hungry and I was sat about a lot, so I've not been that peckish. I'm going to tuck into this. After this, we'll probably chill out, maybe watch a bit of TV. Depending on the time, so 6:15, I'll probably have my pre-bed meal, my yogurt with fruit and dark chocolate, about 6:45, and then from there I'll just chill out, watch TV. I'll put my phone away after that. So I will check in for the final meal, and then I'll probably be saying goodnight because it'll be my bedtime not long after that. So that's me already starting to feel a bit sleepy, and it is 6:50. I'm going to eat my yogurt bowl with blueberries and strawberries. I'll probably put a little bit of protein sludge on there. We're currently just sat watching a bit of TV. We're watching The Fall. If you've seen it, don't tell me what happens in the end. Again, not a massively eventful day, but that was a rest day. And I do try and do as little as I possibly can and actually allow myself to rest on rest days. If you'd be interested in a day's eating, maybe seeing a training session, maybe seeing how I put together programs for clients, how my coach programs for me. If there's anything, just let me know. Again, I'll be going to bed. I'll be doing some guided breathing in about an hour. I do take some pre-bed supplements, but again, they're not massively important. And if it's something people are interested in, I can discuss it. This video is pretty long now, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll hopefully speak to you all soon.